Quentin de Kock will join them next time. I think for Bangalore, I think the main issue for them has been always Joy, the chopping and changing that they do. They'll play one game, they may even win it, and they'll change. I think they did that in the last season as well. They've just got to stop that, right? I think yesterday Ashish Nehra said on the Hindi show that I don't care if they stick with an 11, if they can just stick with 9 players and then change the others horses for courses. But if they would just stick with a core of 9 and say, you guys are going to play half the tournament.
No, absolutely. And I think they have that. You can make out that there are lots of pitches once Adam Zampa comes back. There are lots of conditions with Zampa will play. So obviously this 11 is not going to remain your 11 throughout. But at least put the building blocks in place. I think let's forget about 11s. Have they had those chats with the players themselves saying, okay, you're here, you're good for 6 positions, or you're going to play in this position till so-and-so returns. If it's a spinning track, we're not going to play you, we're going to play someone else. As long as that chat has been had, that comfort has been given, this is why you're either playing or this is why you're not playing, and this needs to change. And I think once RCB does that, they have a strong squad. They have basic belief. I think also for them, it's just breaking something. I think it's really important for them to win this match and sort of set something, a sort of new dawn in their lives, because they've also, remember, in the last 5 matches in the Chepauk, they've lost all 5. The last 5 matches that Mumbai has played, I think they've won all 5.
Yeah. Whoa, that's but again, right? I mean, we're talking about the fact that the surfaces are going to be different. We have no idea how they're going to play. We'll know as this game unfolds. But it just seems like, I mean, for Bangalore, I feel like again, if you look at the two contrasting teams right now, the approaches that they could have, Harsha, for this tournament. For Mumbai, it's almost like you have to fight and not let the complacency settle in, because you're just runaway favorites. Everybody in your team is playing international almost. You're just such a settled, strong team. Don't get complacent. You've won, 5 out of the last 8 almost tournaments. For Bangalore, the other side is just don't try to clutch it too hard, right? It's
In many ways, I think it's the more important game for Bangalore, because sometimes when you've raised hopes and lost, sometimes you can start thinking, if you lose something, oh my God, this is how it's going to be again. It's, if you've lost, you almost start to look for signs that you might lose again, in spite of having such great players. So if they win their first game, win their second game, then you might just see a completely different RCB side. You might have little slots being filled, pieces falling into place. So, yeah.
You happy with Joy? Joy, you happy with Virat's call to be opening for the whole tournament?
Absolutely. I'm a genuine believer in the fact that if you look at the IPL even over the last 14 odd years, your top 3 basically win your tournaments. Give your best batsmen the maximum time in the crease. And that's something that has always finally worked, because if you have players of the quality of Rohit, of the quality of Virat, they need as much time as possible. It's a different matter if you're Andre Russell and you can't play in different modes. But batsmen of the quality of Virat, of AB, the earlier they go in, Rohit, they need to get as much batting as possible. And I think what he's done is he's made a commitment. Remember, he also, in the last match they played last year, which was the qualifier against SRH, he came out and he opened. It didn't work for them, but I thought that was excellent. He tried it. He said, whatever it is, I'm going to lead from the front. And I think these are statements to make. They don't always come off. It didn't come off last time, but I think it's a good statement.
And they don't have any conflict, right? I mean, earlier it was, you could have had that, okay, last year you had Aaron Finch, then you let Aaron Finch go. Could it be Josh Philippe and Devdutt Padikkal, right? Just 2 youngsters, throw them at the top and let them play. But after Josh Philippe pulled out, actually, they also, I don't really think they have another opener, a proper opener there, right, Harsha? In that entire squad, do they? Finn?
Well, I'm just reading on. Yeah, I mean, Finn Allen is not yet available either, because he's in quarantine, I think. But I'm just looking at the app and I see that they've left out Padikkal because of health reasons.
Ooh.
And so they're playing this young player from, not so young, 27-year-old from Madhya Pradesh called Rajat Patidar. So I think they're going with Rajat Patidar.